everyone. Last time on the Curse of Strahd, the party was able to rescue an old friend and found out what has happened to bring him back as well. Talmogen, back to life, impossibly, through a dark gift, a dark deal made by his friend Honorim. Honorim has revealed the true intent, the true extent of his determination to see Barovia freed, his master avenged, and Strahd pay the price. Unfortunately, freeing her captive has earned Babilisaga's more direct ire, and she brought the basement of the mansion collapsing on top of your head, using her strange spider-like hut to stab the ground until it collapsed. Thanks to Honorim's quick thinking and getting the group together, and a pernicious, creative use of Wall of Force, the party is saved, entombed in an earthen womb, in complete and utter darkness. However, she thinks that you're dead. Probably.
Anybody got a light?
Hold on, let me see here.
Can't see anything.
Yeah, no shit. Aren't you an elf? Can't you see like in the dark kinda?
Yes, but not everyone's an elf.
Whatever.
Fisk's claws just light up.
I can
Uh,
see.
Cast light.
you see Vasilla trying to get druid craft, but she hasn't casted it a lot, so she's so rough with it until she lights could she use druid craft to light a torch? Because you can use it to light like a candle or
We have light. Let's save our air.
Yeah. Oh, right.
As you kind of experimentally try to aim your finger at your other finger in the dark, Fisk's claws light up with light, and you can see.
So what do we see? A bunch of boulders on top of us?
Yes, you see the ground before you, the collapsed ruins on top of you. Luckily, because of the already advanced decay, you don't think that there is really much above you to really, get in the way. It will collapse on you if the wall of force disappears, but it probably won't be too bad. It wouldn't be the same as being buried beneath thousands of tons of rock.
It's oh yeah, because we had it was a ceiling and a floor above us that fell on us, not like the earth.
Yeah, it wasn't the whole house, because the whole house basically rotted away.
Gotcha. Oh, cool.
I'm gonna look on the ground for like a couple of doors, flat surface things large enough to go over top of us. Just two large flat surfaces, like a tabletop inside the bubble.
You look around the bubble. You look around.
There's rubble inside there with us, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. There's there's a few small stones. If you're looking for flat surfaces, there's Vasilla as well. No, I'm joking. There's
Say that to my face.
I mean, there's some small flat stones. If that's what you're looking for, kind of.
No.
Yeah,
There's
I'm looking
boards.
no
There's
no tables
boards,
or
from above.
there's
Lumber boards that fell from above, so you do see half a broken floorboard here, kind of mashed against the side of the wall. Another one here.
Oh, how tall is this dome?
It's a question for Honorim.
Up to well, basically
Billy, let's go upstairs.
dome, sphere.
But safe to say, probably around 10 feet. You wouldn't want to make it too big, otherwise it would be noticeable.
Mm-hmm. Always a ceiling.
I would,
It's on top of us.
like for the wall of force, probably safe to say you would have made it about between 5 and maybe 7 feet if you could, just to get everybody in comfortably, because you wouldn't want to make it too big, because then she'd notice that there's like a big bulge in what part of the rubble.
I'm gonna grab a couple of the longest boards that I can find and
I'm
kind
doing
of
the same.
stack them in like a teepee formation pointed up towards the ceiling.
Yeah,
The hard floorboards meet each other like this, and with a wet squelch kind of together.
Hmm.
I help him. I grab everything I can. I'm like, well, if the strongest of us just kind of get under here and hold this, and then we put the squishy people below us.
Oh, yeah, I got this. Come here. Just gonna grab with
Delicious
her.
cloud of black mold lightly drizzles all of you as you get beneath the rotten boards.
Darn.
Isn't this a lovely idea?
Basically, what I'm trying to do is provide a break point for this
Exactly.
stuff falling down on top of us, so it kind of goes off to the side as much as possible.
Oh yeah, even rotten floorboards are better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. So I'm assuming that we're just gonna take the brunt of this hit and just hope for the best. Is that our plan?
Well, I'm hoping somebody else will take the brunt of it. I'm pretty messed up right now.
I got it. Wait, no, hold on. I'm kind of almost dead.
Hold
She's
on a
gonna-
minute.
She's gonna like hold up the door or whatever we could find.
Is there
3? Oh, I don't have enough.
We'll take care of
If we all kind of huddle under this structure we're making inside, hopefully when this comes down on us, most of it will go to the side.
Can I see any light above us through any cracks? Can I see anything?
No, you guys
Okay.
got buried, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
At the very least, it'll give you guys, like if you get, at the very least, it'll give you guys, it'll buy you guys some time to act before the rest of the ceiling comes crashing down on top of you, the two boards. But you'd have to act quickly, so.
Yeah, I vote we
When
spend
the-
the 10 minutes beefing that up as fast as possible. Per
Well,
when
you
the
more
spell
get
has
the,
run
impre-
out.
well, the thing, so you get more get the impression that, like you only have like those two boards and like, yeah, they can help.
Oh,
a
that's
bit,
it.
but-
Well, all right.
Yeah, because the wall of force went up before everything came down in there.
All right.
But any spells or abilities you guys could use, like to move the rebel away from you guys as as you get out of there, or even
Since-
something to allow you to tank as much as possible.
So-
Even if you guys, now that the crash already happened, even if it all like just on top of you, you guys would just be trapped rather than hurt because like the falling down already happened.
So I
Yeah.
can cast spells through the wall of force.
No.
No.
Okay.
You can prepare spells for when the wall of force goes down, though.
If it originates on the other side, you can do it. But if it goes through like a fireball can't, but a misty step could, because you're
You're not traveling through it. It's just one side to the other.
Which is so fucking weird for a wall
It
that
is.
literally goes to the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
Because of that, I always told myself the longest time nothing can go through it. That was wrong.
That's been a point of
maybe-
contention for a lot of
yeah.
people.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Hmm. Phil's kind of like looking around, kind of looks at Varys. Could we jerry rig like a feather fall on this, or does it only like work on people?
Unfortunately, I can't help you with that one.
Does anyone hear a feather fall? Wait, I mean, you're
Your scimitar.
yeah.
No, I'm not. I have to attune to that. I'm not attuned to that
Oh.
right now.
And they're not creatures.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's why I was thinking jerry
Actually, I
rig.
take that back. I am attuned to the Sangor's horn, but yeah, I am attuned to that. Actually,
I mean, like we got a wizard here apparently doing some crazy like profane stuff. I mean, like at this point, who's to say we can't jerry rig a feather fall?
Sergey is going to kind of like see you guys see like the little light.
I get a little
spin of
comlink
Sergey.
thing.
Yeah, like snake.
It's just it's on a con.
let me ask you
I-
something.
I-
How what is this is highly unlikely, but what is gust of winds? How powerful is that?
It could help, but it's probably not powerful enough. It could. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Gust of wind could actually help. Because you could like blow the wreckage away. However, that would be pretty loud and proud, and would instantly alert anybody watching that you guys are not as squished as previously believed.
Fisk, you still have silence?
Yes.
What's that, sir, guy?
I was thinking, you were having a lot of trouble. You were having a lot of trouble resting. I don't know why he's Italian now. Resting previously. Perhaps that can be done now. Bless you, hon.
I mean,
Honorim,
like,
can you cast that little hut and would it protect us?
I'd already thought about that, but it has a ceiling of 10 feet, so I'd be replacing one with another.
Well, yes, but then we can sleep in it, right?
I mean, if she's not coming back, she thinks we're dead.
Theoretically.
We might not, and she, has eyes everywhere. I'm guessing. And that's
But
how
we're
she's
already
getting
in.
us before.
We're inside
Exactly.
we're inside a protective dome. So
Well, yeah,
why
but this dome will only go last for a few minutes.
Yeah,
We got to act
Yeah.
quickly.
Let's see what happens. If it replaces the dome, then dimensions will kind of stay the same and things won't rustle or anything.
Hey, Fisk, can you cast silence up there so she doesn't even hear this?
Oh, that's
Fisk's shadows come out of the ground and just fill the dome for a second.
Yeah, put it outside the dome
Actually, I can't.
because it just appears where it goes, right? It's not it doesn't travel, does it? Or does it emanate from you?
That's
It says a point you choose within range, so actually I'd allow it.
yeah, it does. Okay. But it doesn't go through the dome.
It doesn't
After.
travel through the dome.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's
So here's my next question. Does casting does Honorum casting require verbal?
well, it won't pass through the dome. So if it's on the other side, it doesn't matter.
No, I see what he's asking. He's asking,
Well, it silences
I
us
see.
in the dome.
Yeah, it would. I mean,
When the wall force goes down and the sanctum goes up, if he's in the middle of casting, would silence
I would
the
say
spell?
silence would not. I would say silence would not pass through the dome. No. Like
Then
you can cast it outside of the dome, but it wouldn't pass through it.
Right. It'll muffle the hell out of the noise, though.
then I'll cast silence on just above in the rubble. Yeah.
everybody hunker down. We all get next to honor him.
All right, I'll cast Tiny Hut. And once Tiny Hut is up, I will cancel or drop concentration on Wall of Force.
There's a groan around you as the the rubble shifts. But it's very localized. It's just around you that the rubble shifting noise happens. There's significantly very little of it. And when it stops, no army of insects attempts to pierce the dome or anything like that. It seems the plan has worked.
Oh, that's one problem done.
Oh, oh, I have so many broken ribs. He just kind of sits down. Oh,
Uh,
oh, this sucks.
So we've got the dome, but everyone inside can leave it through the sides if they choose.
we could always try digging out quietly while we do this.
That's true. Well, I mean, they could, that is something you guys could do, although, yeah, hold on. Is the dome impenetrable for stuff from the outside? That's a curious question.
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
Fuck is this spell?
So that's Tiny Hut.
Tiny Hut, yeah. So they can leave and we can, I don't know what we can see down there now. Is the entire floor collapsed? Can we still see the stairs?
I think we're
So-
buried.
The floor, essentially the ceiling and the floor, the ceiling of which consisted of the floor of the ground floor was basically brought down around your heads. Around the dome force, you okay? Come on, guys, baby.
Anyway,
I just got a text message while Kevin, I think you were just doing something and I missed it. What did you just do?
I used Big B's hand to grab your body and use it as like a battering ram to blast up
Excellent.
through the
Excellent.
ceiling.
And then when he was done, he threw you, and you like starfished like a cat that fell off a building. Like,
I cast.
Ferris raises his bow.
yeah, we're in the hut now.
I cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna take a short rest. Is that the plan?
Fuck that. We can take a long rest.
We could take a
Let's
long
recharge
rest.
everything. And
Perfect.
actually, the longer that she thinks we're dead, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
So this lasts for 8 hours, and a long rest takes 8 hours.
Yep.
Yeah. So as soon as it's,
So
but
go
yeah,
to sleep.
But so you not would be like, okay.
no chitty chat.
Yeah.
So 10 seconds before you get the rest, the rock's gonna fall on your head.
Oh, it's so funny, actually. That's the alarm. That's what wakes everyone up. Just falling rubble and shit. Just, oh, fuck.
That begs the question.
I mean, like, with it being there long enough, it might just, even if the rubble shifts, it
Huh?
might just look like a cave-in of, like, all the shit that fell.
That long rest apparently specifies you can talk, eat, stand, read.
As long as it's not like there's no strenuous activity or like casting of leveled,
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
like battling stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. Any, like, light activity for at least 2 of the hours is fine. And then
yeah,
the
yeah. I
other
mean,
6,
yeah, that's why I keep it realistic. Is like, yeah, you can chit chat a bit, but you got to sleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're an elf, do you...
Half
I just-
sleep.
I'm sorry, I actually got a really, really weird, like, hypothetical. And this would only apply to, like, a modern game. Or it just is hypothetical. If you're an elf and you go into a trance because you're not asleep, would elves, like, have podcasts or shit playing while they're in a trance? Like it's like
Ostensibly, they experience past lives
Yep,
of
it's like a
theirs.
dream state.
Yeah.
Joe Faniro Roganel, the Scrycast. Just put it on. Just
Thrycreen don't sleep. They're great. Having a thrycreen means you don't need anybody else to stand watch.
have you? Yeah. Have you seen those owlbears? They are terrifyingly strong. If one mere mortal will attempt to fight it, it would bring them ruin. And yet they are one of the most common creatures on the material itself.
So the question is, Daniel, do we get a long rest in without interruption?
So here's the thing: you did have a point that 8 hours is how long the spell lasts. However, you could probably cast a second one if you have the slot for it before the long rest. That's not true. Once a minute completes, no. You could
So-
cast another one before the other long rest finishes.
I only need, I think, Priscilla, if I'm not mistaken, we only need 4 hours for our long
Are you
rest.
full blood? Are you full-blooded elf, Varys?
Varys is full.
Yeah, he's full.
Yeah, then you only need 4 hours. That's correct.
I need the 8.
You need the 8. So
I
what I
need the 8.
if we're not going to do any fancy spell casting, at a minimum, what I'll do is I'll take the rest first, and then before I'll set my time watch in my head, and I will lay on top of Honorim before the spell ends to protect him. I've got my armor suit on. And
You're fucking
try
crush
to
me,
give him
bro.
some protection. Well,
Are you-
are
you
like-
laying
I'll
on
hunker
him?
over top of him. I'll hunker over top.
Consent
So,
matters.
Eric,
No.
you're going to have Varys doing a plank for 4 hours over Honorim? Is that
Can we
what I got
wait?
correctly?
Wait. So can
No,
we
right
like?
before it ends.
Couldn't we just reach out and grab some rubble and then like put it on him instead?
Yeah,
Isn't it-
you could. You guys can take rubble in to the dome.
Yeah, we could just put like a door on him or something. Is there like a
the
blanket
thing.
here?
Wait a minute. How big is this dome?
10 feet.
10 feet.
What? 10
10
feet?
feet.
10 feet.
10 feet half dome.
Radius of up
Start
to 10
pulling
feet.
shit through with the saw spear straight up. We can actually start digging our way out. Nah.
You
Sleep,
could,
sleep.
yeah.
Let's
At the very least, like you could, like within, you could make like a 5-foot thing, and then like kind of like maybe do some, I don't know, spells. Whatever you guys
Look at
can
the
think of to
ceiling.
do.
There's not a lot left up there. I think we'll be good. We'll be able to endure whatever it is without any serious hardships.
It's going to be a hell of a wake up call. All right.
Let's go to sleep.
Okay.
Whatever.
So Varys will just be kind of hunkering over, not laying on top of, but kind of arching his back over Honor and knowing when this thing's about to end, to give him some partial cover.
Hey, Sergey.
What is it? What is it, Miss Visila?
Are you able to wake me up at a certain time? While I'm asleep?
Technically, I am the spirit of a prince, one of the most beloved of the Morning Lord. But as a priest of the God of the Sun, I suppose I am attuned to its movement, even though we don't technically enjoy it here in Barovia. I suppose you could use me as a alarm clock. Yes, he says a little testily.
I don't know what an alarm clock is, but you're a sundial in like a place with literally no sun. That's amazing.
Exactly. That was the word I was trying to remember. Thank you.
Fuck is an alarm? Whatever. Yeah. Wake me up if anything happens.
I'm just doing
Do you
your
st-
saves.
Do you see my? Hold on. By the way, Daniel. If you're doing our saves, can you burn a superiority dice for me on the whiz save? Because I got one I could spend that, I'd like to put that forward to the sleep.
What?
All right.
You guys still carrying that doll around?
I won't tell you if you'll need it to. Can you burn superiority dice while you're unconscious?
It just doesn't say if I. Well, here's the thing: is most things in D&D don't. I think aside from
I'll
paladins
allow
or
it. I'll
yeah,
allow it. I'll allow it.
yeah, it's a
Like,
dice.
yeah.
Most
Who
of the time,
has
I roll
Stone's
like it
Doll?
too. Vasilla had it last. I don't know anyone's got
I don't.
Probably should give it to
I don't, but I just want to make sure that whoever's most exhausted gets it.
I don't think anyone is right. I think Vasilla's gonna like, granted that everyone else is good, kind of like look over to Tarm and just toss him the doll.
Just roll
Welcome
dice.
back. If you're coming back with us for now, then
I'm thinking about it. Tarm has probably been out a long time here without it and being very nervous. So yeah, he'll take it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
he at
but-
least had one bout through that time period.
Yeah.
well, welcome back to the front.
The DC is a bit higher today. You are in a place of power for a very evil person. However, retrieving a lost comrade has rather helped with that. So on the whole, I think we're basically maybe a little into negative, basically even. All right, and I'm taking that into account. So it's Tamjin who has the doll. Yes.
Mhm. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and to reiterate to Tarm, who's not seen the group in a bit, I cannot exaggerate how fucked up Vasilla looks right now. She looks like she tried to eat a bomb. Like half of like half of her face is like actually like magical healing has been like flayed or scarred off through some sort of like great magic or force and then healed over, because you can tell that even where the parts where it's less scar tissue is just skin, there aren't the freckles there that she used to have
Right,
that are
yeah,
on the other side of the face.
It's yeah.
Look at her
If you
token.
know what you're looking at, you know it's been
Yeah.
like severely healed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys can see the beautiful art of Vasilla's face over here on the token. By the way, everybody watching, Mav is available for commissions at
I can't
www.mavscommissions.com.
Google.
At Google. Um, just Google, hey, it's Maverick, or some variation of such, and you can probably be reached and bothered. With that, let me see. We have some sleepy times to take care of. Throughout the night, it is difficult for you to fall asleep, and you practically anticipate the nightmares that will follow, and they do not disappoint. Oh, when you started your apprenticeship, um, like one of the very first things you buried your teeth in was an encyclopedia of exotic monsters, and and just as numerous as insects are in real life, that's how numerous insectile monsters are as well, and the horrific ritual, like disgusting, horrific things, like seeing a giant spider, like seeing a small spider, one thing, seeing the mandibles of a spider, the crushing leech-like mouth of a worm, um, the mandibles of a beetle, their dead, unfeeling eyes can send a shudder even through the strongest of souls. And though you haven't thought of those images in quite a while, they come to you now. The awakening, the awakening of womb nature within you. You undergo a metamorphosis. You are unable to scream. You are unable to move. You are unable to alert your friends as the dark power that you foolishly dealt with changes allegiances, taking on the aspect of the land, turning you into an enormous beetle. You spew a cloud of poison, paralyzing your friends and devouring them one by one. your human mind screaming against the simple yet powerful cage of the insectile one. I know you take away what already talking. As you enjoy your Kafkaesque nightmare, Varys, Varys, you join him in another one. Long ago, in the beginning of your career as in your monster hunting career, you accompanied your father to hunt to a goblin den. It was one of their very first missions. You might have been 14 or 15, and there was supposed to be only like 4 or 5 goblins, one that were driven off from a larger tribe, but were bothering and assailing. Like they were chasing children of the village and stealing cows and sheep. However, when you and your father ventured into the cave, you discovered that there were quite a few more goblins than you thought. It seems that their successors brought, some of their fellows to their banner, and instead of 5 goblins, there were 20. The sneering, teased faces, waving clubs and daggers, the reaching hands, the small nicks and stabs that you endured that were adding up as your father was trying to shield you with his body, using every aspect of his skill to protect you while slaying them. At one point, one of them jumped and slashed across your throat. Your father whirled around and healed you with his nature magics. And even to this day, you bear a very faint scar across your neck, one that is usually not seen unless someone knows to look for it, but you do, and you always know it's there. And that scene of those insect people, the horde that you were facing, reminded you of it. Though now you have been steeled by your time in Barovia. In your dreams, all your mental protections came down and dragging you down, stabbing over and over, tearing your flesh apart as you screamed for your father. And you see your own, and you look up into the square of light where the opening of the basement is, and you see the nun wearing your face, holding your father's head mockingly before he tosses the head after you, and you take a point of exhaustion. All right. Mm-hmm.
Just your baby.
With that, as your eyes snap open, Varys, your long rest completed, your meditation completed, but feeling unnourishing and shard-like. You see the rest of them sleeping in the dim light of the hut.
All right, I will kind of shake my head and get myself back together a little bit, and I'll just go, like I said, I'll just kind of go sit, and then the first sound of any kind of reaction, I'll make sure that Arm is given the best protection I can. I'll just be sitting right next to him for now and just trying to forget about my dreams.
Alrighty. Hours pass. I'd say about after 7 hours and after about 6 hours or so pass, Vasilla, there's a dull glow. There's this glow from Sergey and like an insistence in your mind for you to wake up.
What? She's like reaching like for I guess Sergey. They're like, huh?
It's been 6 hours. It's been 6 hours.
Oh.
I thought you might want to be awake in case. Just in case. He nods that Varys is already awake.
Yeah, I should look over my stuff for now. See if I could patch up whatever little I can on my armor. See, that's completely fucked up.
I've seen worse. I'm certainly
Well,
fine.
well, it could be better. I'm currently get a minus 3 AC penalty right now. So it's insane that, but I still got the armor penalty.
I would say that would be healed by the end of the long rest for sure.
Okay.
As these, the skin and the burning of the acid fade away.
I thought it was like armor
So-
damage.
I mean, like it's technically supposed to be, but it's not like your armor is magical. Like it's not gonna
Oh,
do so
sweet.
permanently. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. This thing's got warranty.
Um, it'd be kind of unfair otherwise. But what are your plans once we get out of the cellar?
Well, kind of like looking up. I'm
In
going to
fact,
guess that.
should we wait up? Should we wake up the rest of them so you can discuss it? Before the
Yeah,
timer runs out?
we'll let everyone rest for now, but I mean, we could brainstorm. Well,
All right.
what do you know about Baba Wasaga, if anything?
Well, I mean, I was already. I never met the woman myself, but from what I know, from what my father told me, and I heard about the castle, she was my brother's nursemaid. When Strad was born, it took a heavy toll on my mother. She nearly died. And so a nursemaid was brought in to feed him. That was her. It was said that she was very devoted and very loving, almost like he was her own child. However, it was revealed from another servant that was spying on her that she was feeding him something suspicious. Account varied whether it was poison, blood, or what.
Some
So,
evil juice or something?
I'm given to believe. I'm given to believe the blood one. That when she fed him, she would prick her breast with a knife, so that blood would enter as he suckled with the milk.
What the
Considering
fuck?
where he ended up.
What the fuck? Ah, jeez. This is the shit we're dealing with. Okay. Oh, she was
Yes.
crazy before. Was she always a
When
hangman?
I
Whatever
don't
she is.
know. When it was discovered, my father had her exiled from the castle. He would have had her executed if it wasn't for my mother's interference. Still, she cursed them both.
Um,
But she left and went into hiding. I know that my brother was apparently inconsolable for a long time afterwards, but he was just a baby and eventually forgot. I don't think my father kept the story from my brother, but being a priest of the Morning Lord, people confess to you such things. And that is what I heard from one of the servants.
there's a lot of stuff here in Barovia that's very powerful. There are things here individual in their own right that could topple entire nations or kingdoms back in the material. And they're all residing in here. Especially with someone like Baba Lusaga. I don't know. It's hard to believe that, well, that Strahd really did forget. At least if he didn't remember in a waking sense.
If he did, he never talked about it with me. But then again, I looked up to Strad, but I knew him just as the distant hero. Remember that there was 20 years between us in age. You know? As much as I would have liked it, we weren't exactly close.
You know, if you ever see him again, I might ask him some questions. Don't know what they are, but I'm starting to come up with some ideas.
He looks anxious, frightened, and determined at the same time. The idea of confronting Strahd.
Well, I'm awake, so it's your turn to take a nap.
He blinks. I do not sleep.
Have you tried?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds sad.
Well, I can be turned off, I suppose, but that's not exactly the same.
Yeah, you can. Sorry.
Be that as it may, I do recommend speaking to the others about what to do. Otherwise, you will simply find yourself in the same situation as when you arrived.
Yeah.
That is still
I'll
not tenable.
I'll bring it up with them. Should let them sleep for now. Everyone here's more than deserved it. Except this douchebag.
So you don't wake them up before the.
No,
So
she
you don't
will.
wake them up before the.
Well, because I am, but because I'm guessing other people. I don't know. Have other people been awake earlier and would need to like sleep in a little later, or is everyone just immediately?
No. So for long rests, technically long rests can consist of two parts. You can sleep throughout it all, but you can sleep for just 6 hours and then spend the other 2 hours in light activity, like talking,
Okay.
planning.
Yeah, I just didn't know if people
eating.
like we were like kind of assuming shifts again, just in case or not, or if we just like everyone's that tuckered out. But okay, yeah, I think like so by the way, she was like everyone here deserves it except that guy. She points at Varys.
Varys,
Hi,
she
Varys.
pointed to you, like for no reason. Varys is awake. Varys has been awake for before you even.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's get everyone going.
Alright. Party, you are nudged awake. The
Well-
dome still holds the ground, the rubble above you.
Welcome to the afterlife. We have milk and honey and whatever weird shit you like. Get up, everyone.
Tarmden raises up, wakes up.
All right.
Time to let the ceiling fall.
Oh, I mean, before we do that, let's talk a game plan. After going through hell and back, we've had the best break on our time since we got here, and all it is just been able to go back to square one with a unique advantage. The question is what do we do with that unique advantage, and how do we capitalize on it?
Well, we know a lot more than we did. We know a little bit more what to expect. That hut is going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we can figure a way to use it against her.
How many legs did the hut have, TM?
What a beautiful question. Let me double check if it's a hut.
Oh.
It is described as spider-like, so I'm gonna say 8. Yeah, 8.
And these things were big. These are really big when we're coming through the floor, right?
Yeah, like
Okay.
if you played Half-Life 2, it would have reminded you of
The-
the spider walkers, like you know.
Half-Life 2 Spider Walkers.
Strider walkers, yeah.
I don't remember them.
Cool.
Anyway, but anyway, it's a big mini kaiju monster we got to deal with, and she rides around in it. Can we trap her in it?
I mean,
Even for a little bit. It just because I got a few things I can do that if she's stuck are gonna hurt, hopefully.
well, do we know? Is it? I mean, she owns these woods, but does it follow a route?
Well, let's figure out how to get to it first. First, I want to know how we plan to fight it, because that might determine where we fight it. Where we fight it determines where we're going next.
That's fair. I guess Vasilla will try to roll an Arcana based on like knowledge of hags and like weird shit they can summon, and if like this hut might fit any MO she's heard of.
Then you see Ptarmigan kind of pull a weird Doctor Strange move.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait, no, I'm not doing that. That's an ability. It's a spell. I'm not going to do that. I'll do that. It's like there's something I can do, but I can't do it till after.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have to do some of this planning afterwards. But yeah, let's figure out what we want to do here. Bisk, any ideas? You know how we fight.
Break the hut's legs. It cannot walk. It is useless to her.
Hmm.
Really gruesome. I like it.
So that's one weak point. How can we trap her in there? Or can we? And if not trap her, maybe just hit her when she's inside. Do we know any way to trap her? If not, that's out. We can just rule it out right now.
Well, I was gonna say we trying to break the legs so it's not mobile, right? And trying to trap her so she can, flee.
Well, if she comes out that door, whoever's breaking that leg is going to be kind of screwed. So yeah, we still don't want to have her just flying out immediately and having any idea what's going on.
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier is trying to trap it. If we have any illusions, we can make a pitfall or like make a pitfall and well, put an illusion over it if we know where it's going.
If we see a place to make a trap, and that's kind of, I know about traps. I'll look for a place because that's, I mean, that does fall within my purview. What I've seen of the terrain, do I think there's likely to be a place I can make a big physical trap for her? Trees or little ledges, anything.
Roll me a survival check.
A survival check. All right. Yeah.
How wide do I think this thing was from when we saw it? Like its dimensions, yeah, wide, tall.
The route itself?
No,
Or
the hut.
hut.
The hut.
The hut.
The hut.
Good question.
Did I ever get a good look at it?
You
Skulking
would have
around?
had. Yeah, you would have had. Where is my hut map?
The hut has a map.
It's like the
I mean,
fucking
it's
TARDIS.
a
It's gonna
place
be
you
bigger on the
guys
inside.
could potentially enter.
Oh yeah.
From the. I wish you could be here, Mav, so I could strangle you.
What did I say?
Fucking Oracle. Nothing.
I
From the
forgot why I
outside, it
said
looks like
shit.
from the from the outside, it looks like it's about 15 feet in diameter, square.
All right. And it's up off the ground, I'm presuming a certain height,
Mm-hmm.
like 10
It's,
feet, 5 feet. I mean, could you jump
It
into it?
varies. It varies because of like the ungainly movement of of the legs. But
So it does dip down a
um,
little closer to the ground occasionally.
yeah, on
Oh.
average, it's between 20 to 30 feet.
Oh. Well, all right.
No, like there's a lot of slack in the legs. Like if like if it kind of seemed like if it wanted to, it could stand up straight for maybe double that height. Um, but then it would probably have some trouble moving as much. But that's what you think.
Who can Misty Step? One, I can. Fisk, you basically can. Not that you need to.
I could try to climb.
Well, that puts three of us on this thing. We could do something to these legs. At least, we got rope. I mean, go old school.
And we would appreciate it if you used the proper term of face step.
Woody hoo hoo here. Sorry, I don't lean into my elven half.
Yeah, you really don't. Wow.
And can we try not to completely destroy it if possible? I think what I need is in there.
I'll try not to.
I mean, yeah.
First, we must get out.
What?
First, we must get out.
Yeah, I think that's going to resolve itself in an hour or two.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You guys
let me
have
just
about an hour and a half.
so term
Yeah.
that you need something from inside that so we can't light it on fire. Like I need to know the rules of engagement here because I'll go in. If somebody needs to go in, I'll go in. If we don't want to do that, I won't go in. But if I just need to know what I can't do because if this thing needs to be intact in some way, then I need to know what I can't do.
Honor him. How do you kill something like this?
I have no idea. We'll either have to get on it or stay away from it. Those are our options.
We
Oops,
could get
that's
some
Jim.
arcana checks.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
anyone would
If
be-
I could. I'm actually not
I accidentally
terrible
rolled
at
the GM,
this.
but I got a 22.
22,
Wow.
15,
Oh, that
27.
should be
All
normal.
right,
Sorry.
all right, Honor. Okay.
I didn't get it.
I'm a druid,
So-
okay?
Here's what you guys would probably know and would probably think about. So, you guys know that she has her, basically, this is her place of power. Almost pretty much, as far as you can tell, pretty much all of Berez is her place of power. Where that's why you guys have to roll every time you try to cast a spell. Which makes it so much harder to confront her. You guys would know that you guys have already kind of faced her once, and you guys know that she's tricksy. You guys faced the hags of the coven. You guys know that hags are extremely tricksy and intelligent enemies, and this one probably has had a lot of time, to prepare essentially for such an occasion. Although she currently seems to think that you're dead. As a reminder, there's also the giant skull that was kind of floating with the hut, but you guys don't really know what that's about, honestly. And you want to tackle this one thing at a time. Definitely the number one thing that is intimidating presence is the creeping hut. You feel fairly certain that it's a construct, because if it was just a plant, its legs would have probably rotted away. So it probably has some kind of magical protection versus damage to its plant parts. But, that's nothing that can't be. That doesn't mean it's immune to damage. Just that it's not your regular plant. Root plant. Plant root. Yeah. However, it doesn't. It does seem a little bit ungainly. So perhaps that plan of earlier could trick it into walking into a hole, making a trip. Or at the very least, take away the use of some of its legs. Although, I would say, with your passive perceptions, you guys think that it would probably couldn't be knocked over completely, but immobilized maybe, but not knocked over completely. However, being a bastard. Being that it's a construct, you guys would know, Honorim and Vasila, you guys would know that it is susceptible to anti-magic. If it was targeted by dispel magic, the hut must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or fall unconscious for 1 minute. So that could be something you could do.
I kind of just like the moment that like hits, I give a look over to honor him. I don't know at this point. I'm going to guess it has literally just hit the same idea like 2 minutes earlier. Which are 20. But
It definitely seems like it would be a good idea to take it out of the fight.
honor him.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got dispel magic.
Yes.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Look, we're in a giant, creepy forest with like walking huts with like weird legs. It could be a creature, but I'm going to bet it's probably a construct. And if it's a construct, we could probably shut it down even just for a little bit with a well-placed dispel magic.
That's what I'm hoping.
See, you do know what I'm talking about. The problem is casting any spell here sucks. So when we do it, we have to make absolutely sure that we nail the execution on this.
Does anyone else have it? Look at Tarm.
I don't think I actually have that. I don't think that's in my set. It's not in my tool set. Sorry. That's one thing I don't have.
I like squint and look over the Varus. You got spell magic? Fireball.
They squint and look over at Fisk.
Need glasses.
I mean, I think Varus good. Can't he cast 3rd level wizard spells at this point?
I think he has to.
Can't
He has
hear
to.
you, Eric.
I have oh, holy shit, I do have it. Yes.
Oh, I could do that.
He's like looking through a junior spell book for like Eldritch Knights. Like, all right, let's.
No, I do
Holy
have it.
shit!
No,
I learned this.
Hold on.
Varus didn't pay attention in class.
Hey, don't make fun of me because I'm gonna save your fucking life. So here's the deal. I do have it, but I've never used it. So
Oh boy,
I'll do my best.
I mean, it's better than me. I'm apparently the world's worst.
Oh no. Hold on. Time out. I'm an idiot. No, I don't. I have counter spell.
Yeah. Oh,
That could be useful as well. All right.
yeah.
So,
Wait, you have counter spell?
Okay, let's
Oh shit.
after we get out of here, I can't do it until then. I'm going to look for more information. I picked up a little trick, but I can't do it yet. So let's not worry about everything at this moment. I say we do we try and set some kind of trap if we can. And while it's tangled up, we do what we can to mess it up. And then, especially if we can get them out of that thing and onto the ground or wherever they go, I'm going to try and get in that hut, get what it is, and just wreak havoc in there.
Well, let's not forget that werewolf might still be with her.
The hut. We have the werewolf. We have whatever the skull is, and we have her. I will be tasked with her at the start, trying to nullify the hut.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of you have to choose what's more important.
I think I'll take on Sweet Ma. I might be struggling for a little bit, but that should be giving you guys enough time to at least separate and possibly kill her.
These hags, they get attached to an area. We don't have all the information we need yet. So let's not set it in stone. But yeah, that's trap it. Some of us go inside, wreak havoc there, and everybody else pick your target, focus fire.
Yes.
Subtle isn't really our plan of, the day normally.
We can't afford to have one of us going toe to toe with each creature.
No. Stay distant. Do not clump up. That's what gets us every time. We get in a group, we get squishied.
So are we blasting the same thing until it's down, or are we?
That we make up as we go along because we never know what we're facing.
Yeah.
Have we yet? We have not made a plan yet that went the way we thought. We end up making it up as we go along anyway.
I think we're in analysis paralysis.
Yeah, just let's find a spot, and then if we learn enough beforehand, we'll change our plan. Other than that, we'll rush in like the idiots we always are.
Oh, look at that! The roof is about to fall on us.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Before the roof collapses, Varys is going to go into the corner and go pee. He'll be right back.
All righty.
I like to think that they're not plans, but more like a syllabus that you follow along and like hit the points when you can.
It's kind of weird because with us, it just I have never seen a group of people that fall into tactics with each other the way this group does. It's kind of fucking amazing.
Just hit shit.
You just adapt on the fly to whatever the fuck, 80-foot tree this time. All right. Hordes of spiders and worms. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. Let's go.
Oh, look, a Rahadin. Well, like,
yeah. It's
shit
like,
happens.
all right, let's ring the bell.
Rahadin. And there's a well. Let's use the well.
Throw him in the well.
Then
I
this
just
cat jumps in.
Anyway, are we taking a quick break or something, or?
That sounds like a good idea. Would 10
right.
minutes? Okay. All right. At the moment, you guys think you have maybe, let's say, 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes before the dome runs out, as you guys were discussing what to do and such. Unless you guys are ready to go now, and you can say like, okay, you guys are basically like in ready mode until the dome goes.
Ready.
Yeah, same. I'm being a dome. I'm gonna hug the farthest corners where things won't have the least amount of distance to fall and hit me. I mean, not corners, it's a dome, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. As you guys wait out the dome, the dirt and rubble start settling down on you guys. I would say, is there any action anybody does before it's complete? You have maybe 6 seconds to act. Once the rubble falls on you completely, you will be, how you say, restrained by the rubble.
So, if I see an opportunity to use erupting earth to kind of blast a section, like push a section of rubble to give me a line of sight to the outside, then
I mean, you
I'll
could certainly do that. You could absolutely like stab your spear upwards and, erupting earth it outwards. But it will be loud.
Yeah, doesn't that blow our cover? Because I've got lots of things I could do, but I don't want to raise a.
Mm.
I'm actually gonna cast um as it's impending, I'm gonna cast silence above me. And
Oh,
then
So you would have done that before the dome
yeah,
went down,
yeah.
right? Okay.
And then use erupting earth to kind of push it and give me a line of sight to get out.
Right. Can you ping erupting earth for me real quick?
Yep. Nope, that's not it.
20-foot cube. Trying to set up that point. Right. Yeah, it says it's a fountain of chained earth and stone erupts in a certain point. I would say you can I would say you can do that. I would say so. Because like it's all loose in this case, so yeah. Stabbing it upward. Um uh
And then as soon as I have vision
and
of outside, I'm just gonna shadow step through.
one moment, I just want to see how big silence is. I need to know if silence will encompass the erupting earth.
I think it's a 20-foot radius.
Oh, yeah, interesting. That's right. I believe you're correct. And you guys see, as you guys get pelted by stones and rubble, like, I would say each of you takes about this much bludgeoning damage. However, there is no the only sound is like the stone kind of settling around you, and above you there's essentially a pit that you guys can climb out of.
does honor him take half of that since I was going to be covering him with my
Yeah,
armor?
sure. I would say you can take half of that for honor.
So I take four. So I take 14 or 13.
Yeah, 14. And no, you take 13. 13. Oh, what happened? And let me put you guys back there. Talmagen, not Talmagen. Eric, you disappeared from me. Let me grab you again. There we go. You guys, wait, you guys managed to pull yourselves out of, you guys managed to pull yourselves out of the pit, like essentially. You guys can see the hut standing where it is. However, the skull is gone. Then the giant skull that was floating in front of it is gone.
Going to no, I'm not gonna do any. Do we know which is there like a it's I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do have dark vision. Do I see like a way? Is there a door? Is the door like a what am I looking at here? I'm gonna walk up here.
Let me take you to an image of the hut.
Ooh.
So this is more or less what the hut looks like from a distance. There is a door. There is a door from the looks of it. It's actually it's standing in the northern part of town at the moment. You guys see Laszlo, the spirit, but he doesn't seem to see you at the moment. Actually, funnily enough, he seems to be he seems to be investigating a chunk of fallen debris, but he didn't seem to realize that it came from behind him because it was silent when the eruption happened. So he's kind of just like looking around, facing away from you, not realizing. You guys would probably want to spell some stealth checks. However, one of the goats looks at you guys, and its eyes widen. It's going to move to Laszlo and start headbutting. It bars at the other goats, and it starts headbutting the wall here, and a couple of the goats start, like start like hitting each other, fighting each other. Like Laszlo gets distracted from that, and tries to shout at them, like to separate them and calm them down. Completely distracted by the goats.
Are we're about to get into some trouble here, boys, right?
Let me figure out what I can do. And just, you see Ptarmigan just sit down and just kind of, it's a funny look on his face, just kind of seems to go away. And I start communing with the mists around to learn what I can about this place, its history. Is there anything that would help me?
Ooh. Make me a history check.
You got it. Boo.
With advantage. I think that probably would have been part of the intention there.
Where are you? There we go. Not my strongest suite, but oh, nat 20 did.
Ptarmigan, you may ask 5 questions.
All right. Can I telepathy everybody in on this?
No, because
Okay.
you don't have your helmet? Oh,
No.
wait,
That's my
no,
new
you have the
feet.
feet now,
That's my
right?
feet. I don't actually need the
I
helmet.
mean,
It's up to you. Just to make it easier for role play, actually.
yeah, no, that's fine, yeah.
It's-
I'd
it's-
say we can say that as you learn a fact, you basically
Yeah,
communicate to the others what you learn.
exactly. Damn you, Kevin.
I love that thing.
He's taken it from the tact of he's thinking of, what has Baba Lysaga done here? Kind of like
Essentially,
rewinding the history
communicating
of what
with
she's done.
You're communicating with the dead here, with drawing from the death that happened here.
Yeah, I can do
snatches
that
of
too.
Memento Mori. So what she's done here? Well, she's done quite a lot. Like you can see sort of like what she's done here is essentially further desecrate the land, imprisoned what spirits remained here, reanimated the corpses as the insect children that you saw downstairs, trapped people into goats, tortured
All right.
were ravens. There was one at the front of the village that was nailed to a wall.
Just kind of
Bound Laszlo to it and profaned and guarded the swamp fane as well.
that was the next thing anyway. Ptarmigan's like, what matters to her here?
A prisoner, you did. But like overall, like Strad, like the name Strad kind of like echoes over everything as if like everything will
Oh
be
no, I meant
subsumed
like
by that.
Perez, this physical location. Sorry, yeah, I should have been more
The swamp,
specific.
the swamp fane, her experiments that she stashed in various locations, her hut. But the swamp fane definitely.
Yeah, and that's the
number
next
one
thing.
on that list.
Ptarmigan's not real familiar with these. It's like, what is this swamp thing? Thane.
The swamp fane is a how to explain this? The swamp fane is essentially a location of Barovia, like Barovia's life force. Essentially, it's an area of ritual. It's a circle of what it is literally is an area of standing is a circle of standing stones devoted to the Fae and inherent magic in Barovia. It was defiled by Strad, and at some point, along with other Fanes, in order to bind him further to Barovia, enhancing his life force and his power.
This thought runs to honor him specifically. Is this where one of those ley lines are?
I know.
DM, would that fall in line with what my character would know?
What you remember about the ley lines, like from what you learned in the Amber Temple and other places, is essentially the ley lines are basically like the chains that were used to bind the original dark forces of Kazmazats by the gods in primordial time, and then the mortals of the Amber Temple came kind of like, used them as a place to bind other dark forces. And essentially this is one of the nearby intersections of ley lines that occur naturally. Yes, this is a place of great power. Each of the Fanes is.
Yes, it's a great place of great power.
And then he just a very yeah, go ahead.
And we should be destroying it. Is that correct, Mr. DM? That's what the other guys were doing?
Let me just double check what you think. Essentially, the number one thing you'd like to do is to break the connection of the Fane and Strad. You'd have to destroy it. This is like, from what you know about places of power like this, just knocking the stones over probably not gonna be enough. There's probably a ritual of some sort that you would have to carry out. If this place was defiled, then sanctifying it in some way, or at the very least removing the defilement, would be the most important thing to do. If all else fail, though, like a lot of force could possibly do that as well, but that could lead to unforeseen circumstances, TM.
I'll send a message when Termagen is done with his missions.
How many was that? That was
Now 2.
I believe that was...
three or four.
I believe that was 3. You have 2 remaining.
Yeah. 1, 2. All right. We just starts kind of like thinking of traps and terrain. What's the best place for a trap?
It's kind of subjective, I suppose, but let me look at the map.
I mean, because he's thinking of the traps that he has helped build and diffuse.
No,
big
no,
ones.
that's fair enough. One suppose the best place for a trap would be drawing the hut to the river somehow, and
Ooh,
which
water.
would mess with its footing. Although that would require it to chase you for quite a while, at least for a little bit. And the other place that you could probably easily draw attention at is fucking with a Fane overtly as
What if
well.
yeah. Terminus like think tying it to one of these big rocks. These standing stones, as ridiculous as it sounds. One more question.
By the way, as you guys are doing this, you guys see like the mist kind of like taking like the visages, like the like humanoid figures like whispering to Tan, like holding onto his arms and hands and shoulders.
Just one more question. You kind of, and this is kind of like focusing out to the dead mainly, but can you help us?
Yes.
I'm gonna get the impression this is helping us. This is us helping you.
Okay. All right. I'll let it go. Because I think that's and everybody already, everybody knows exactly what I heard now. I sent it out. Well, and I'm just kind of ignoring Laszlo and the goats, just like whatever.
Yeah, like he's like shouting at them to stop fighting each other. Whenever he seems to start like to kind of like turn around or something, like one of the goats kind of like does something to draw its attention, which does strike you all as extremely weird. But then you realize the ghosts mentioned that the goats are victims of Lysaga.
All right,
Probably
gotcha.
weren't bonus goats.
Is gonna cast Pass Without a Trace in the party.
All right, so
And I'm gonna send a message to what's his name,
Rictavio.
Octavio, and
You mean a sending spell?
sending stones.
Ah, right, okay.
Wait, where is Rictavio? I thought he died or something.
Octavio is in here.
Yeah, wait, what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Lisa.
He's
Lisa.
dead.
Liza's.
Liza.
Okay, she's the one that's destroying the
Like,
Like
place.
that's
Lisa-
kind of
Idiot
yes.
answer.
Like, hello.
Lisa, I believe, is out with Doru, taking care of one of the other Fanes.
Yes.
Yes, Lisa's out with Doru, I think.
You
So-
get an immediate answer from Octavio. Standing right here, you daft dolt.
Yeah. Oh, excellent
Well,
job there.
Whoever has the other sending stone gets a message from me
That would be Lisa, yes. She was his partner.
about to battle Bali Saga. How do we negate the Fanes? Have fun now.
Oh, man. Go to hell, Kevin. Now I have to think about how to condense this to 25 notes or less. Let's see.
Evan casts of sending later.
Yeah, you can take some time if you want.
Delay cast ending.
reach. You know what? Sure, I would say the like it's not forthcoming, but you sense the message was received. She will likely answer you in a bit. Oh, somebody pinging me.
Hey guys, why don't we get quietly over to the Thanes? It seems we're going that way no matter what.
We have to find it first. We didn't see them on our way in, did we?
On your way in, no.
Did Tarm spot him while he was skulking
But
around?
Tom, you did, Tom. Yeah, you. I think you would know that they're like kind of in just like maybe 2 minute wests of Berez.
Yeah, at this point, because I've been skulking around, Tarm just starts heading off in to the west because he's actually probably, snaked through here at least at one point.
Alrighty, so is the party's all like you guys are trying to head to the swamp vein?
I'm gonna cast.
Uh,
I'm gonna cast.
Actually, sorry, I keep forgetting this. No, Fisk, you can cast your spells because they're key, I think, right? I think we
Yes,
decided that
yeah.
they're okay.
Certain
Allow
spells
that.
I can cast with key. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody else, unfortunately, have to roll the caster check.
What is the caster check again? Just my.
Yeah.
That's my.
Casting ability.
Whatever your
And
my
every
wisdom.
time you fail, you sense that something like it basically essentially it wears on your spirit every time you fail.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do this since we're not in trouble yet, and we're about to be. I'm gonna cast on myself. Touch.
So for you, I think it would be an intelligence check.
I think it's wisdom, isn't it?
Varys. For you, I believe, aren't intelligence knights intelligence casters?
Yes. Yes.
It would be intelligence for the spell to go through. I will say, those of you who failed yesterday, whatever, that effect of before seems to have cleared up. So the timer has been reset on the failures.
So what's the icon for protection from evil and good?
1 moment, you rolled a save, not a check.
Oh, sorry.
But that's fine. That's fine. It would have been the same. You're not proficient with no to save, so you succeed. That's a 17. I guess you could use one of those little shields and the concentration aspect. However, it does last for only 10 minutes. And for the rest of you, I do want, and everybody else, actually everybody, roll me a stealth check as you guys proceed to the fame. Plus 10 from the Paspadatorius.
Oops, that shouldn't have been an advantage.
Sweet.
I'm
gonna do-
I only got a 24, 34 on that.
40. You got a 40 on a stealth check, Talmadgen. Nice.
I'm gonna do
yeah, that's
ninja
right.
flips over it. Let's do this.
26.
Wow, I rolled a 4 on the dice.
matters.
Honorim, actually, for Honorim and Varys, that's like one lower, I believe, because of your
Yeah, that's one
exhaustions.
lower.
Yeah.
You see Vasilla like actually like eat shit, but like all the sounds muffled because of pass without trace.
Even Fisk is like, where'd Tarmagen go?
Yeah.
That doesn't
is-
happen.
I mean, yeah, actually,
It is-
that is
it
true.
is
like,
higher than
both
my-
Honorim and Varys.
It is
Plus
higher than my
perception,
passive.
exactly, yeah. Let me see. Which one did I want to use? I want to use this one or this one? Ooh, yeah, this one.
We're in a big campfire, aren't we?
Hey, it worked. I didn't know what it was.
You guys.
Tit.
Instead of sneaking, Honorim lights himself on fire.
Yeah.
Clearly, they're looking for people, not bonfires.
This is my disguise.
Hey, 15 is still a decent roll.
Yeah.
Just because you all had 50.
Man, I
That's
rolled
not
22. I'm
fun.
not that much better. I have a +8 normally, and I still ate shit.
I know for a fact that's a fucking Family Guy. Lady. What the hell is that? Oh, can't freaking get rid of it. There it is. Oh wait, let me see. There's a few close calls where insects land on him, and the rest of you, and from like you're not sure whether they're paying attention to you or anything, but you guys managed to reach a circle of standing stones.
Ooh.
The stones, you guys hear in the distance the howling of wolves. Not, but this was as you guys were stealthing. Like this wasn't, like it's fairly occasional. It doesn't seem as if anybody has been alerted to your presence here as of yet.
Well then.
You see a dozen moss-covered menhirs, a near-perfect circle in the spongy earth. These weathered stones range in height from 15 to 18 feet. The northernmost stone appears to bear ancient carvings. The ground is filled with similar circle of flat unmarked stones tiled across the soil like featureless grey mosaic. 3-foot wide patch of earth lies at the center of this circle of tiles, and clusters of frond-bearing flowers with trails of angular white petals sprout from each menhir's base.
Huh.
Can
Dodging-
I,
Go ahead. Sorry.
are there like any vines or like can I grab hold to climb up one of these pillars?
There are no vines like per se that seem to grow on them. There are flowers at the base. However, they're not like perfectly smooth or anything. They look like you'd attempt to climb
Honor
one
him.
of them.
Pull all that rope we keep out of that bag. You still have it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. You start getting rope out. I'm going to start. Think about it. If whatever happens, if we're in that middle of this circle, she's going to start trying to come through these columns. We need to try and get her to come through a particular pair. How do we do that?
Well, I think we want to destroy the fiends here.
Before,
I'm pretty sure Liza told me how to do it.
Next time the break is up and she can think of how to put 225 words, yes. Essentially the message you got that indeed the runes should give the runes and the fact that this place was defiled should give some hints. Although there is being that this is the swamp fane, there is a possibility that it is where Baba Lysaga has been, essentially living for the past few centuries. There's quite a few. There's a strong possibility that there's been extra security added here. So watch your step.
Watch for traps.
I would say, Anren, you feel, in fact, particularly drawn to the center. You feel invigorated. Invigorating energies pulsate from the center of the standing stone circle.
I will definitely not go to the center of the standing circle.
Right.
But I will look at some of the runes pillars as I toss Tarmogen the 50 feet of rope.
all right. I kind of see if you can figure these runes out. I'll see if I can get you. Do you need to get up to one of these?
Don't think so.
Say we again.
I don't think so at this point. I'll let you know.
All right, you figure out what you can about them, and I'm going to start seeing what I can, doing the trickster thing to set a trap. The idea is to just get it and entangle these legs with as much rope as possible, as quickly as possible, if it gets close to a column. If that seems like a reasonable thing.
You need any more rope? I've got. Do we need to double it up? And or do you think 50 is enough?
50 should definitely be enough. Each of these are only like 15 to 18 feet tall.
Yeah, so I mean, we could, with all of our rope, we 50 feet of rope, we can get about 20 or 30 feet off each one. We've got a couple of pieces of rope. We can each grab one and just try and wrap it around a leg, just or multiple times. Meanwhile, we do like we were talking about, focusing fire. So Tarman's going to set about, you see him start, binding this rope.
Mm-hmm. If people want to give me some perception checks of the area, that'd be
absolutely
really good to get some information on this place.
Once I'm done, I'm going to start really looking. Oh,
What the fuck, Fisk? What the fuck? You know what? I'm out of spite. I'm burning a superiority die. I gotta keep up with this shit. Give me a sec.
Fisk, for a moment, you almost see Ptarmigan.
Behold my vision. That's 25. Actually, might be good throwing that in there. There might be some incredibly high DCs at play.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Fuck me. Let's see. Oh boy. Definitely, Fisk, your eyes freaking and everything, you pay intensely close attention to everything in the area. Something definitely was buried in the center, although from the looks of it. And you're looking at the northernmost men here. It seems that a very long time ago, someone scraped away the surface, a bunch of the surface of it. Here and there, you can make the remainder of, like a letter of or two or a few words, but it seems to have been scraped off as if somebody was trying to hide something.
Where?
With vicious, poisonous claws. You see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see the 6 stone tiles in the center that are located in various places within the circle as well. And they definitely seem like magical rune of some sort. Oh, what's up?
Can you draw those on the map, the 6 tiles? And where do I see those scraped letters?
The scraped letters are in the northernmost men here.
Okay.
And they're extremely faded. Like, honestly, without honestly, the thing on the check would have been like a 30, but for these guys, but because technically you're not supposed to see them until a certain event happens. But yeah, no, I would say that with that high of a thing, yeah. I'll try to make it visible to you.
Ferris is going to walk over to Priscilla and just kind of whisper, "Take this." And he's going to give her a potion of haste.
Potion of speed?
And +2 bonus AC. And deaths.
She's like,
Get her done. I'm not going anywhere near this close as you're going to be to these people.
she like looking at it. Oh shit! I didn't know you had this. You. Thanks. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to stack everything I got in my arsenal just to keep up, anyways. Especially based on what else could drop in on us, because the plan doesn't. No, we'll find out what happens. Really. Thanks.
I'm gonna go up to the letters on the pillar.
Do you enter the circle at any point while you do it, or do you kind of like go around the edges?
I'm just going around the edges.
All right. Yeah, whoever did this was brutal with it. Some very vicious claws here that scraped away whatever was here. You also think there might have been a drawing of some sort or an illustration of some sort on there, but it's hard to tell.
I'll call out to honor him. Elves on the ground with runes are to see. There and there. Do they mean?
Good eye, Fisk. Interesting. Do they mean anything to me? Could I derive any meaning of them?
Me and Arcana check. And then we'll probably take a farming break.
Been rolling good. Oh,
Really? You want to see my Arcana check? Check it.
I was kind of expecting 20,
Oh my god! I laughed so hard I coughed up phlegm and got sick again. Uh-oh.
Let's take a quick 1 minute break.